Assalamualaikum and good morning, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed delegates and participants. Welcome and selamat datang to the International Conference on Sustainable Development. Assalamualaikum and good morning, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed delegates and participants. Welcome and selamat datang to the International Conference on Sustainable Development for Community Empowerment, unitE 2024, organized by the Community Network Center, Office of Industry, Community and Alumni Network ICANN, University Technology Mara. We are gathered here today to embark on a journey of knowledge sharing and collaboration in pursuit of a brighter and more empowered future for communities worldwide. Ladies and gentlemen, unitE 2024 strives to serve as a knowledge sharing platform in the field of sustainable development for community empowerment among higher education institutions and corporations that are actively engaged in community development. The theme of this year's conference, Strengthening Collaboration for Community Socio-Economic Empowerment, resonates deeply in today's world. Over the next 2 days, we hope that all of you will find the program we have lined up for you to be fruitful and engaging. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please join me in welcoming Yang Berbahagia Professor Tom Planner, Dr. Jamanul Laili Abdullah, to deliver his welcome address.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera, salam Malaysia Madani, and a very good morning. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, greetings and welcome everyone. Welcome and thank you for joining us today at the second International Conference on Sustainable Development for Community Empowerment, or unitE 2024, organized by the Community Network Center, CNC, Office of Industry, Community and Alumni Network, ICANN, University Technology Mara, UITM. In an age where both technology and society are advancing at breakneck speed, it is imperative that we come together strategically to empower our communities socio-economically. This is not merely about keeping up with the time, but about proactively shaping our future. This year's second unitE conference, with its theme, Strengthening Collaboration for Community Socio-Economic Empowerment, offers us a platform to explore and celebrate the power of collaboration in uplifting local communities. I'm hopeful that through the sharing of input and ideas, we'll be able to delve into new impactful partnerships that drive socio-economic progress. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to highlight an example of how strategic collaborations between institutions of higher learning, government agencies, and industries can indeed transform communities. The Knowledge Transfer Program, KTP, with the rabbit farming community in Felda Bukit Aping Barat, Kota Tinggi, Johor, and the Kasih Grill Kitchen operators stand as a testament to the tangible benefits of strategic partnerships. This initiative, led by UiTM Malacca branch, exemplifies how collaborative efforts can significantly enhance the socio-economic landscape of local communities. By providing expertise and training, the program empowers the Felda Bukit Aping Barat community to develop and expand their rabbit farming products and related projects. This project is an example of how such partnerships can foster sustainable growth, drive local economic activities, and uplift communities. Ladies and gentlemen, another inspiring collaborative effort also led by UiTM Malacca branch is the Kelulukpreneur Incubator, a joint initiative with Yayasan Telekom Malaysia. This program is an example of how sustainable practice can drive local entrepreneurship. By focusing on Kelulut or stingless bees, the incubator support rural communities in developing new business opportunities while promoting environmentally sustainable beekeeping. With a better understanding of the participants' backgrounds, needs and goals, this profiling helps tailor the incubator support to fit the specific needs of each entrepreneur. The Kelulutpreneur Incubator not only fosters new businesses but also empowers local communities by creating sustainable economic opportunities. This is a great example of how strategic collaboration can lead to meaningful change. Ladies and gentlemen, by coming together, we can bridge differences and create new perspectives that drive innovation and growth. It is about fostering holistic development, where the ability to connect, create, and contribute becomes a cornerstone of our community's strength. There is a growing demand for personalized outcomes and relevant skills that can adapt to the ever-changing landscape. As a community, we must leverage technology and data to overcome traditional limitations. To conclude, I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to all of you participants, sponsors, and committee members for your generous support and engagement. I believe that your presence and contributions will make unitE2024 a success. I hope you will find the sessions both fruitful and rewarding. May this event continue to thrive and achieve its goal. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Dr. Jamalulaida Abdullah, for the wonderful welcoming speech. Ladies and gentlemen, now I would like to cordially invite Yang Berbahagia, Professor Dr. Shahrin bin Sahib, Vice Chancellor of University Technology Mara, to deliver the officiating speech.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera, greetings to all. Alhamdulillah, in recognition of God's benevolence, we express gratitude for the blessing that have made this gathering possible. A warm welcome and selamat datang to all esteemed guests and participants attending this year's online international conference on sustainable development for community empowerment unitE2024, organized by the Community Network Center CNC and the Office of Industry, Community and Alumni Network ICANN, University Technology Mara UiTM. I'm delighted and honored to address everyone for this significant event focusing on sustainable development and community issues. Ladies and gentlemen, under the theme Strengthening Collaboration for Community Socio-Economic Empowerment, unitE2024 aims to highlight issues concerning community empowerment through socio-economic lenses. Socio-economic empowerment, with access to resources, education, and economic opportunities, is crucial in uplifting individuals and marginalized groups within communities. This notion is in tandem with SDG 17, Partnerships for the Goals, suggesting that it is the key to unlocking all other SDGs. By joining forces, we can help each other achieve goals, as no organization should and can stand alone. This aspiration can be facilitated through collaborations involving higher education institutions, industry professionals, non-governmental organizations, and students actively engaging in community development initiatives. By extending our knowledge, experience, and networks in areas where we are distinctively positioned to pursue the SDG, we can support the next generation workforce with the impact, entrepreneurs, and accelerated environmental sustainability. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to highlight the power of strategic collaboration that offers solutions on a global scale while remaining deeply rooted in serving local communities. The following UiTM initiative exemplify how we can achieve global recognition while positively impacting the life of those closer to home. We are proud of one successful project involving the use of black soldier flies, BSF, to boost the earning power of the B40 community in Pungsu Seribu, Pulau Pinang. This initiative is a collaborative effort led by our branch campus, the Malaysian Association of Environmental Health, and a biotechnology company specializing in bio-waste treatment, and organic byproduct upcycling. The BSF project focuses on sustainable waste management, reducing greenhouse gas emission, promoting nutrient recycling, and producing bioenergy. The second UiTM success story is in community socio-economic empowerment. Is the project involving the sustainable production of green seaweed led by our Perlis branch campus. This initiative aims to alleviate poverty in a small-scale coastal fishing community by introducing sustainable aquaculture practices. It also promotes environmental sustainability through seaweed cultivation, which has minimal ecological impact. Ladies and gentlemen, as we push towards a more sustainable and equitable world, it is essential to strengthen our collaboration to empower more communities socio-economically. We can take on economic uncertainties, technological disruptions, and climate change by employing smart, forward-thinking strategies to create new sources of value for future generations. As institutions of higher learning, we must adopt sustainable practices and reduce our carbon footprint to protect the environment. We need to lead by example, showing innovation and calm in finding practical solutions. At the same time, we must equip our students with the skills and knowledge to tackle these challenges now and in the future. Hence, building strong collaborations among universities, agencies, and industries can empower communities, improve their socio-economic status, and pave the way for a brighter, more sustainable future for all, locally and globally. On that note, I congratulate everyone at CNCs and ICANN for your tireless effort in fostering collaborations that build more sustainable and efficient communities. My best wishes to everyone, and may you have a fruitful and enjoyable time at this conference. Without further ado, I hereby declare the International Conference on Sustainable Development for Community Empowerment, unitE 2024, officially open. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Yang Berbahagia Professor Dato' Dr. Shahrin bin Sahib for the speech. Ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to have several distinguished personalities who have contributed significantly to the fields of sustainable development and community empowerment. Let us express our gratitude and welcome Yang Berbahagia Associate Professor Dr. Halimah Abdul Manaf, Deputy Director of Asian Research Institute of Corporate Governance, University Utara Malaysia, Dr. Daryono, Vice Dean of Student, Alumni and Corporation Affairs, Faculty of Social and Political Sciences, Mullah Warman University, Indonesia, and Yang Berbahagia Associate Professor Dr. Sauna Zainun, Rector of University Technology Mara, Johor Branch. Your presence truly inspires us. Ladies and gentlemen, now I would like to introduce the first keynote speaker, Associate Professor Dr. Halimah Abdul Manaf. Associate Professor Dr. Halimah Abdul Manaf is currently the Deputy Director of the Asian Research Institute for Corporate Governance and former Dean of School of Government at University Utara Malaysia. She has over 21 years of experience, including teaching and working beyond academia. As a passionate researcher, she has been awarded numerous research grants. Her research interests include community empowerment through leadership and the impact of entrepreneurial program on Bumiputra youths. In addition to journal publications, she has contributed to various publications such as teaching modules, books, and chapter in books. She obtained a PhD in management from the University of Hull, England. Her dedication is evident in the multiple positions she holds in editorial work. She serves on the editorial board of the Southeast Asia Management Review and the International Journal of Business, Economic and Management. Additionally, she is a reviewer for multiple journal publications. She is an executive member of the Asian Pacific Society for Public Affairs, APSPA. The positive impact of her work on the quality of life of those she collaborates with stems from her extensive experience and knowledge in the field. Ladies and gentlemen, during the keynote speech, we encourage you to engage with our speaker by asking questions through the comment section. Now, let us welcome Associate Professor Dr. Halimah Abdul Manaf to deliver her keynote speech entitled Service Learning as a New Paradigm in Malaysian Higher Education for Sustainable Development. Dr. Halimah, please welcome.
Okay, thank you, Miss Moderator. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And good morning, everyone. Syukur kepada Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala that allows us gather this morning for such a very interesting conference. It is such honor for me to be here and to be invited to share some experience, perhaps knowledge that we gain based on the research activity and community engagement that we are doing. First of all, I would like to thanks to UiTM, especially ICANN for inviting me to this conference, and great pleasure for me to talk this morning on the topic of service learning as a new paradigm in Malaysia higher education for sustainable development. So I'm Halimah Abdul Manaf from Universiti Utara Malaysia. In this front page of slide, there is a poster on UUM. ESG practice is globally recognized. So recently, UUM has achieved another significant milestone when it secured a position in the range of 821 to 840 in the QS World University Ranking for Sustainability 2024. So this ranking specifically evaluate UUM to aspect of concerning environmental impact, social impact, and governance, which is I think that is quite relevant with our conference today, whereby we are focusing on the sustainability. Okay, next slide, please. All right. I also include one of the achievements specifically from my school, School of Government, whereby in 2023, we was being recognized and get award in terms of community engagement and industrial involvement. So I remain the same slide that was being used while the award has been delivered end of last year. Okay, next slide, please. All right. By looking at in the specific of UUM itself as higher education, whereby when we achieve a global recognition in terms of the sustainability development, it means that this rating will enable UUM to actively participate global effort to enhance sustainability and also to promote sustainable development by ensure that our next generation, specifically students, receive better education that give prioritizing on understanding the concept of sustainability. All right, so today I would like to talk more in terms of higher education institution need to be involved, because while we are looking in 2015 when United Nations approved 2030 agenda for the sustainability, there is 70 goals that's outlined in the SDG on that call for the commitment from the government, organization, and also all peoples in this entire world. So for the higher education institution itself, we need to develop programs to generate a new form of education for the sustainable development that may inspire higher education policy and curriculum itself. So through this kind of the new policy and curriculum design, whereby higher education institution aims to help achieve perhaps 17 SDG through inclusive equitability and provide quality education that contributes to addressing the SDG holistically through education for the Sustainable Development Initiative. So if we look at in the 2021, when United Nations published another report on the social contract for education, it is safe order for the peaceful, sustainable future, and education itself must be transformed. So I believe that by include the inspiration of the SDG as well as what our government try to be in the future, so we combine the aims and also vision of the country towards community engagement in the syllabus of the university. So in terms of our university, we are looking specifically community engagement through research, teaching, and services. Although we have another function that need to be involved with the community. However, specifically in terms of community engagement, we are design our work culture and also syllabus in terms of teaching, research, and services. So nowadays, if we look at in the teaching in the university, we have a few subjects that engage with the community-based learning. We also have subject on practice-based learning and service learning. So for the specific discussion this morning, I will explain more in terms of service learning, specifically on what Malaysia doing, specifically in the UUM, what UUM doing in order to deliver community engagement in the service learning. And furthermore, we also have research in design of community-based research, practice-based research, and also scholarship, where we also involve with the expertise from outsider. Okay, in terms of service, we have community service, economy development, practice-based service, outreach, and also have partnership with a community and also civic engagement. We do run for the training too for the society. So we can see that the role of higher education nowadays through research, teaching, and service need to engage with the community in building impact to the society and sustainable society, so that we try to making our student aware about the impact of human action on the planet and also the effort of this action on future generation. So for this reason, lecturers and researchers have worked to define their role of in higher education. And furthermore, we can see that there is more demand whereby we in the higher education is part of the professional group needs to engage more through research and social engagement that can serve as a model for the sustainable practice, and so society will get impact from that. Okay, next slide, please. All right. So by looking on the service learning as an education approach that combine community service with the classroom instruction, this is such a structure framework that integrates academic learning with the meaningful hands-on experience in the community. So service learning framework typically include these following key elements. The first one is academic objective. So service learning is purposely designed to align with specific academic goals and learning objective. It should reinforce and extend the knowledge and skill taught in the classroom. Secondly, community engagement. So through service learning, students participate in structure, meaningful service activities within the community. So these activities are chosen to address the real community issue and needs. So in the service learning subject, normally when we are designing during the curriculum review, we try to make sure there is specific CLO has been allocate for engagement activity with the community. Thirdly, third element is about reflection. So in the service learning, it includes a reflective component where students have opportunity to think critically about their services experience, and this reflection can be right in the assignment or maybe in the articles of a journal or maybe in the bulletin of the department. Okay. Fourth is about reciprocity, whereby SULAM or service learning syllabus or activity emphasize on two-way relationship between students and community. So it's not just about student can give, but also about what the community itself we can learn from community and what their needs to empower them. Okay. Fifth, about evaluation. So service learning program often have a system to assess and evaluate the effectiveness of the service condition and its impact on the student learning and also the community empowerment. Six is about integration. So service learning integrate into the regular curriculum, but providing students with the opportunity to apply their academic knowledge to real world situation and also gain practical skill by involving with the people outside there. So it's not just about evaluate in terms of their capacity to negotiate with the people, but as well as how they're going to bring their knowledge in the academic worlds with the practical skills that are needed for them and also to bring impact to the society. Then this particular syllabus also involved with the civic engagement. So SULAM or service learning program aims to cultivate a sense of civic responsibility and active citizenship among students by engaging them in community service to address the impact and the issue in the social life of the people. After several years of service learning implementation in higher education, we believe that it must bring some significant impact to the student competency, academic curriculum, and community enhancement, whereby from this particular service learning programs or syllabus, we also needs to report to the higher education ministry to evaluate how far this particular program are really bring impact, what the process involved in the service learning project. Next slide, please. So then I would like to share a bit, probably some audience here have experience in terms of service learning in Malaysia. However, maybe I can share what we are doing in UUM itself. Although most of the university having this particular subject that become part of the platform for our students to engage to the people officially. Okay, in 2019, the Malaysian Ministry of Higher Education rebrand and redefine service learning as a Service Learning Malaysia University for Society, or we call it as a SULAM, which is this particular course is a credit, have some credit value and also have course structure academic curriculum. So it means that this particular subject not just only having some elements of academic, but also they needs to have community engagement, but we embed in the academic curriculum. Later on, I will show you the examples that we are doing in one of the subject. We are deliver in the SULAM manners SULAM project. Okay, it is an educational experience in which the student participate in the structured service activity that meet identify community needs, reflect on the service activity and experience to achieve desired learning outcome in order to gain a deeper understanding on the course content, a broader appreciation of the discipline, enhance sense of personal value, and gain civic responsibility. So at that time when SULAM program was being introduced, actually to achieve the objective of various government ministry, including Ministry of Higher Education, Ministry of Rural Development, under the National Community Policy, Ministry of Housing and Local Government in Malaysia, under Rural Development Policy. So all these three ministries have a similar vision, mission and aspiration to support the well-being of the community. So in the SULAM program itself, we have 3 phases, whereby in each of the phases have different commitment and also activities that we are deliver while before and after we are conducting service learning activities. So in the first phase, we more on the planning, analysis, and design. So at the stage of planning, the student need to have discussion with their group members, specifically identifying in terms of what kind of the project that they interested to do, and based on that, they need to go to the field work. They need to meet the community or community at that particular area and discuss in terms of possibility of the project to deliver there. So in the second phase, they will deliver the project and establish community engagement. So in this stage, they need to align with the CLO and PLO that we are targeted or we try to achieve based on that particular subject. The last stage is about service learning evaluation, reflection, and monitoring. So we conduct service learning evaluation, reflection, and monitoring from 3 perspectives, from the student, faculty, and community. So means that in terms of our student, we want to see other what we are planning from the beginning of the semester until we are deliver the project similar, tally, or if not, then what kind of the improvement we need to emphasize. And nowadays, I think that especially at UUM, we have 3 TNCs. So at the TNCs or at the policy maker level, they also have discussion in terms of we try to make it this particular Sulam project become sustainable by focusing on the same community for each of the semester. So from that, we able to follow up and monitor their improvement based on the first project, second project, and the rest of the project for that community. So it's not kind of one-off project, but the same community and the same project will be delivered at the same place, but with the different phases and different aims of the project for every semester. Okay, so to realize the national agenda, so we need to do some report to the Ministry of Higher Education to let them know about the activities and the progress that we are doing. So by having this Sulam program, we believe that we able to help future generation to develop positive attributes such as social responsibility, elements of tolerance, of diversity, leadership, and interpersonal and social skill. So this particular experience gained while conducting Sulam project who give a student opportunity to grow academically, intellectually, personally, creatively, and socially. They ever can see themselves in the real world outside the classroom. In our case, for the Sulam project, we was introduced for the first semester subject. So means that student can able to develop their skills in terms of intellectually, personally, engage with the society at the beginning of semester, and they can relate how actually the direction of the programs, not just only for the academic achievement, but as well as to embark to the community. We believe that actually student civic awareness and responsibility can be developed together with the other skills, that these particular skills let them to think creatively and effectively how they able to help community. Okay, next slides, please. Okay, this is examples of one of the subject that we call it as Introduction to Public Administration. This is first semester subject, and this particular subject in the outcome-based education or in the CQI, we are design, for instance, course learning outcome, specifically course learning outcome number 3 and number 4, whereby this particular course learning outcome able to achieve through Sulam project or service learning project. And this service learning project, we are mapped with the program outcome, whereby we believe that by having this subject, we able to develop practical skills, interpersonal skills, leadership, responsibility skills, and autonomy skills among our students. So by let them have a discussion and also bring the ideas to a community, we believe that this particular program outcome able to achieve among our students. Okay, next slide. Okay, that particular subject, one of the example in that particular subject is Desaku Lestari. So the aims of this project, Desaku Lestari, is to enhance society well-being by giving service project to society in Yan, one of the district in Kedah. So actually, we have a few project was running in Yan, and this is one of them, and other project is come from other subject that we are dedicated for the Sulam project too. So in this project, we not just only allow students to develop their proposal, project implementation, and so on, but we also give some understanding to the student. They can, although in the Sulam project, but they can involve with the some theories to relate how that particular theory can be practiced in the real world. So this particular knowledge not just only allow them to understand the nature of the community from the theory perspective, but later on as a researcher, they able to bring some theory in their action project. So this Desaku Lestari project is 1 month project. Involved with the main collaborator, not just only from the student and society. We also have majlis daerah as well as industry to give some funding for students to deliver this project. So we try to provide a message to the student whereby in this service learning project, we need to have quadruple helix in the Sulam project that foster collaboration among a few institutions in order to make sure the project able to deliver successfully. So we have educational institution, we have UUM here, we have Majlis Daerah, we have community in Yan, and also we have sponsor from agencies, a few agencies outside there who through their CSR engagement, and they also involved in this project. Next slide, please. All right, this is among one of the project in the community activity that we are doing in one of the district in Kedah. So what I'm trying to say here is we not just only explain the theory in the classroom, develop good proposal in the classroom, but as well through the process of bring the project to the society, also need to let student involved with the politician, with the other government agencies. So they need to synchronize and also coordinate between a few agencies. So this is another skills that we perhaps we able to provide or develop skill, also give reflection to them, whereby in our society we need to have collaboration rather than competition among agencies. All right, next slide, please. Okay, in terms of when we see that each of the agencies have their own capacity contribution, so we recognize the significant social impact of these challenges. So in the context of UUM itself, we take proactive action to address the needs of the community by implementing various initiatives across these 6 trusts. So in order to provide good ecosystem in the service for the service learning in the UUM, we believe that these 6 trusts able to be implemented in order to achieve SDG and to bring impact to the society. So in this is example for in 2023 UUM initiative. For instance, in the Trust 1 and Trust 6, we have allocate fund to support students for their education and development, and to guarantee that our student able to have financial sustainability, especially for the first poor student. We are identify and do some profiling among poor student and their family group, so they help our university to continually or to increase zakat, wakaf and endowment contribution towards this poor family. Not just only about the financial assistance. Furthermore, we also support for the skill development initiative, indirectly contributes to the poverty eradication by equip our students with the necessary skills and qualification to enter the workforce and secure better paying jobs. I believe that not just only UUM, others university including UiTM itself, we have various programs that tends to develop individual skills and for the students so that they are ready for the job seeking after they are graduated later. At the same time, UUM also foster the student with the entrepreneurship skills and empower them to have a job creation skill so that we able to generate sustainable skill and income for the student, also for their family. So in this particular 6 trusts, we not just only help our student and community, but at the same time, by having this particular initiative, actually it help us to achieve SDG 17 SDG that has been stated in the sustainability report. So I think when we being evaluate for the sustainability recognition, we are supply with the data and evidence from this 6 trust initiative that we are doing in terms of support for the SDG. So UUM itself, we are looking in terms of, for instance, for the eradicating poverty, not just only providing skills and knowledge for our student and society, but also through research effort. We employ multidisciplinary approach that integrate initiative from economic, social, science, business and technology. This one particularly for the trust too. So we encourage our researcher to have multidisciplinary approach so that when we gain a research, not just only from one schools, but sometimes it's in need to have multidisciplinary from other school too. So one of the research agenda is to prioritize community engagement, ensure that solution we or outcome from our research contextually relevant and sustainable by collaborating directly with the local community to create invention that needed by the society. We also in the UUM, we emphasize on translating research finding into the actionable policy. Policy recommendation, fostering partnership with the policy makers and government agencies to influence policy decisions that promote inclusive growth and equitability resources distribution. So in the trust too, we have another PI indicator, which is on the public on the policy paper. So in this policy paper, we are really encourage our researcher extend their finding or output of the research until how that particular policy recommendation can be used by government agency. And we have quite high merit being given to the for those who are able to provide policy paper, and this policy paper has been using specifically by by government agency or bring to the parliament for the suggestion to the cabinet. Okay, under trust 3 for the sustainability community and industrial engagement, this particular trust are really specifically focused on the community sustainability. And sometimes we combine with the trust 5 service excellence, whereby this particular trust try to address poverty And in 2023, throughout 2023, we have a few projects focusing on education, entrepreneurship, business development, agriculture support, well-being initiative that give impacts to the society and also for the sustainability development. Same goes to other trusts. Each of the trusts here have their own initiative and project was being delivered in order to achieve maybe one or maybe all the SDGs pillars that related with their trust. Okay, next slide, please. All right. When we're talking about having 6 trusts and try to achieve the target of SDG for the community empowerment, we cannot work alone. So we need to have a quantified helix by not just only from academia in the university, but also higher education system. We need to have industry. We need to have firm that able to support for the economic system. We need to have support from the state government, political system, because what we are doing later on, we will help in terms of increasing state economy, social and politics of each of the district that we are targeting. We also need to collaborate with the media, our specific agencies, NGO, natural environment. So this particular quantified helix is we will include in the teaching, in the research, in the commercialization, and any initiative that we are doing. So for instance, in this project, community Peladang B40, so we need to engage specifically with the Pertubuhan Peladang. Not just only with the Pertubuhan Peladang, but as well as to others agencies. In fact, we also do sometimes LOI or MOU, MOA with the Pertubuhan Peladang to make it our discussion more serious, and we want to see the contribution each of the partners and what the how many community industry will involve and what the impacts to them. So we make it more official and quite serious, so that we want to see by having this collaboration how actually it will give big impact and sustain to the society. Okay, next project, please. Okay, by talking by specifically talk about community empowerment, I would like to share a few projects has been delivered by UUM in terms of provide some work and activities for the society, so that they have another option and involved with the economic activity in their daily life, so they're able to sustain by themselves. So this is commercial project that we are our researcher, our lecturers here involved to bring some engagement with the outsider, and also we would like to have our community have their own project. For instance, easy DIY aquaponic design. So this particular project aims to increase community income through aquaponic, and we have School of Technology that help us in design specific technology to produce fresh fish and organic vegetables. So we're doing this particular project in Changlon and also Jitra. For those are familiar with the of UUM, so UUM located in the Kubang Pasu district. Changlon and Jitra is one of the mukim in the Kubang Pasu. So we are targeted nearby community with UUM. So by having by increase the community income around us, then probably others economy activity can develop surrounding UUM itself. So this is another important innovation that we are designed toward achieving SDG 2 in terms of food production system, as well as to provide income to the society. So this innovation not just only share with the community in the Changlon and Jitra, but actually has been shared among various communities, specifically in both B40 group. So, and among some children in the school, so that we can develop interest among young generation in terms of the agriculture activities. Next, please. Okay, next project is on, this is project that we are targeted from the Trust 3, emphasize on the community sustainability, which involve initiative aim to enhance community and educational lifelong learning. So for instance, we deliver initiative on chili fertigasi project, also known as a development of modern agriculture community, or we call it as a DMAC. So this DMAC project is contribute to both industrial and community sustainability by promoting economic development and skills, empowerment, sustainable agriculture practices, community development, and agriculture education. So this effort actually align with the principle of SDG 4 by inclusivity and equitability, quality education, lifelong learning, and sustainable development for individuals and community involved in this project. Okay, next. Okay, another project that we are doing still on People Goods project to provide our society with the specific entrepreneurship characteristic and knowledge. So this particular project actually we got fund from the ministry. So in this project, we try to educate and also provide skills to the people around Kedah so that they can have another agriculture activity and also income for them and their family. Okay, next. Okay, this also UUM receive substantial allocation from unit peneraju agenda Bumiputera ataupun teraju for the masculine, the muscle farming community, whereby this project held in the Pantai Merdeka. So this one is begin in January 2021 and still ongoing until January 2026. So this one is specifically involved 15 young participants from the B40 group. So this one is to help by providing this project, we expect that it will increase income improvement, economic growth in the rural community, food safety enhancement, job creation, and entrepreneurship program. So in this project, we include the technology and facilities, product development, branding and marketing. We teach our participants in terms of knowledge on logistics, transportation, and human capital development. So many assistance being given, but we not do by ourselves. We let our participant to involve, but with the equip them with the knowledge and skill, so they not rely on the researcher all the time. Okay, next project. Okay, this is another project we collaborate with the Lembaga Zakat Kedah on smart farming. So this smart farming is we try to help our farmer to produce their own rice for the sustainability and also for the food security, especially in the Kedah itself. Because in terms of economic development, of course, Kedah contribute more on rice and also for the food security among farmers. Okay, next. Okay, this is another interesting project too, whereby this Sintok Batik is quite prestigious project that we help to improve social economic status of community, specifically among women. So this particular project, not just only now we extend, not just only for the batik, but for the clothes, but we extend to other product, including bag and souvenirs and so on. So we can see the progression of the owner for the Sintok Batik when they start their business until now, and in fact now they able to employ more women to work with them, and also among youngsters also involved in this project. Specifically, we do in this project in the Pendang, and every quarter we will go and visit their improvement and also how their business has been extended to other projects too. Okay, next. Okay, this is now we also encourage our staff for the commercialization. So this is another initiative, not just also help for the community, but also for the commercialization from our university too. Okay, next. Okay, that one is on agriculture and also farming activities. At the same times, we also help our society, because in the SDG we're talking about inclusivity. So we also help our society in terms of entrepreneurship project, not just only among community, ordinary community, but we also include disabled group who interested to involve with the business. So we have this kind of the basic knowledge and basic entrepreneurship skill to the OKU, and also we involve with the KEDA and other agencies so that they can get more option and also more knowledge in terms of develop their business. Okay, next. This is another example of the entrepreneurship program that we are doing for our community. Next. Okay, towards the end, I would say that although we have, as a researcher or in the higher education, although we aims and we have opportunity to engage with the society to empower our society, but bear in mind there is a challenges that we need to manage accordingly so that our project able to deliver well. What I'm trying to say is, although we have get fund from ministry, from some agencies, however, there is some resistance, some challenges in terms of how we're going to make sure that particular project are able to sustain. Okay, after we have some fund or amount grant from the some agencies, but after the grant finish, how we going to make sure that second project are sustained and they able to remain their business and grow, expand their business accordingly. So in this, normally before project begins, we will do profiling to make sure that the project we are going to deliver are really meet expectation and interest of the participants, so that what we are doing actually align with what they are expect, rather than we go to the society and start dealing with the project we interested to do. So we change the mood of discussion. We go there and we do a profiling, quite detailed profiling, to make sure that they have skills, they have capability, and commitment, desire to pursue with the project, and they able to maintain and sustain in their business, although there is some problems along the way. However, based on the profiling we are doing, we hope that more successful story able to develop among society. So we also facing with other kind of issue, immigrant, for instance. We also try to make sure, for instance, about certificate and compliance, specifically for those who are in the halal business. We would like them to keep renew their halal certificate to make sure that their food store or their business be continue with the halal certificate, not just only for the halal but other professional certificate too. So we need to make sure for the coordination between agencies. We need to educate and communicate with them to make sure they are from time to time improve their knowledge and par with the latest technology, so that they able to deliver their product and goods based on the current business and technology. Of course, I believe your ATM also have marketing education project to make sure that our community are engaged and well educate with the current movement in the business. In terms of cost and financial, in terms of standardization. So this is kind of the challenges that we are facing while we are deliver service learning in the higher education. Okay, next. Okay, way forward. What we are targeting for the our UUM itself and community nearby. So we have Changlong Transformation Project, Creating Knowledge Society. So this particular way forward that we are doing actually already started, but still there is early phase. So we have a few phases that need to be worked out in order to make sure that the expertise and capability we have in the university also able to be impact to the society, especially in the Changlong. So in this framework, we have partners from knowledge provider, NCIA, MARDI, Matriculation Center. We're looking forward to have more funder from others agency and mobilizer from NGOs, local authority, others stakeholders who are interested to involve in this as a partner. So there is the partner categories. Then in terms of implementation, we're looking to help them identifying opportunity on waste transform. So UUM itself, we have recycles project. I think among early university who provide initiative on recycle project, we try to transform waste. We also have planning for the tourism transform in the Changlong, knowledge transfer, and also community transform. And we are divided based on short-term and long-term project for the Changlong Society. So we have short-term in 5 years and another year need to be delivered to the society. And what we expect as an output from this project is a community society and community city. So we believe that by looking on the partnership and also the resources that we have in the university and also in the Changlong itself, we believe that we are able to create Changlong as a knowledge society and also a knowledge city. And in terms of the ESG itself, we still continue with the environmental social indicator to support for the SDG and to create well-being of the society. I think with that, thank you very much for listening. And this is another achievement where UUM has been ranked to 401 to 600 in the sustainability development goal in 2023. So means that what we are doing with the aims to empower society, but as well as we being recognized by SDG 2. With that, thank you very much for listening, and hope my session able to bring some input for your own knowledge. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, our distinguished speaker has shared her insights and expertise throughout her presentation. Dr. Halimah has reminded us that sustainable development through service learning can greatly impact community empowerment. Dr. Halimah, based on your speech just now, we understand that UUM is very close to the surrounding community. Maybe you can share a little bit more on how UUM encourages the idea of sustainability when managing a community project?
Okay. First of all, I think when we are deliver the project, specifically on the sustainability development, we are divided a few projects specifically about sustainability development. For instance, penanaman bakau that I shared just now. This is among initiative, not just only when our SDG promote for the 1 million tree has become KPI for the Jabatan Hutan. So we participate with the this particular initiative and engage with the Jabatan Hutan, whereby we go to a few places specifically who less green, so that we help them to grow and plant for the pokok-pokok bakau. This is specifically activities on the green matters. However, at the same time, we also go to school. Like in my school last time, School of Government, we do project smart farming in the Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan. So this is kind of the initiative that we give youngsters in terms of how we need to use green activities that help us in terms of the SDG aims or target. So we educate them in terms of how smart farming able to create your school more greener, but at the same time is generate income for your school. Because when we have smart farming by doing hydroponic project, by using hydroponic technology, so every 3 months or maybe 3 weeks, we able to harvest vegetable that we are grow there. So this particular vegetable not just only for the cooking project at the school, but also we sell in the market itself. So we educate people through school and through community engagement. Of course, we do gotong-royong with the society and so on. So what I'm trying to say here is we need to design our education program, awareness program, formally and informally. So I think the goodness of we are in the higher education. I believe that most of the society they are more trust on professional or academician like us. So when we go to the society, and especially we able to show them by having this smart farming project, we able to increase income of the school or income of the society. So this is among another indication for our society, how actually we are in the university able to help them in the SDG project. So as a society, no need to wait for other people to help us, but as a society itself, I think that in many community now we have more project, and in fact it become indicator for some district to have community ataupun tanam dalam community, kebun dalam community for instance. So this kind of the initiative we should leverage not just only for the green activity, but as well as become income for our society. So what I'm trying to say is indicator for our university, how we going to measure for the SDG. Of course, if we're talking about community ranking, we have some project who indicates by star. Some project, if you have more impact, become 5 star. Another project less engagement, probably 3 star. So we have that kind of the ranking. However, I'm talking about I'm talking in the we as a general people, we can engage with the other agencies to create project formally and informal way too, so that we can serve for the different segment of our society. Some society come from the quite professional group, so probably this one more on the quite official or very formal. But for the layman people, or sometimes for the people in the rural area, they more prefer for the less structure, less bureaucracy. So we go for the informal projects too for them.
Okay, thank you very much once again, Dr. Halima. It seems that you have also addressed the question asked by the audience. So ladies and gentlemen, let's give another warm round of applause to Dr. Halima for her keynote speech. Thank you, Dr. Halima, for your insightful and inspiring words.
Welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor to introduce our second keynote speaker, Dr. Daryono. Dr. Daryono is the Vice Dean of Student, Alumni and Collaboration Affairs at the Faculty of Social and Political Sciences, Mula Warman University, Indonesia. He earned his PhD in Public Administration from Kunkan University, Thailand, and has over 20 years of experience in the education field. He is actively involved in academic activities, including teaching multiple courses at both undergraduate and master's levels, such as network management, bureaucracy and public governance, development capital, and local government administration. In addition to his teaching responsibilities, he is deeply engaged in the journal publication field. He has served as the editor-in-chief of the Journal of Administrative Reform and is a dedicated reviewer of Journal Social Humaniora and the International Journal of Politics and Public Policy. His extensive experience and active participation in academic publishing highlights his commitment to advancing knowledge and research in his field. Ladies and gentlemen, during the keynote speech, we encourage you to engage with our speaker by asking questions through the comment section. Now, let us welcome Dr. Daryono to deliver his keynote speech. Dr. Daryono, the floor is yours.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good morning for everyone. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Thank you so much for inviting me to be speaker in this conference, and I am very happy because UiTM Malaysia invited me to be one of the speaker. The first is I want to show some video regarding my material. Please, brother, to play in the video.
From Jakarta to Nusantara, Indonesia's new capital city marks a monumental shift towards a sustainable, climate-resilient future. The new capital city is closer to the nation's geographical heart. This relocation aims to forge an equitable landscape accessible to all citizens and regions across the archipelago. Nusantara's development symbolizes an important milestone in the national transformation towards a modern and advanced Indonesia. Reflecting national identity, Nusantara commits to being a smart, sustainable, net-zero forest city. It will set the benchmark for other cities in the country, spearheading initiatives to enhance and safeguard the environment through comprehensive restoration and steadfast preservation efforts. Nusantara plays a pivotal role in Indonesia's climate goals and will aim to achieve net zero emissions by 2045, 15 years ahead of the 2060 national target, embodying a harmonious blend of urban development and natural environment as a city in the forest with a forest in the city. To meet its ambitious targets, Nusantara requires a robust framework of policies and actions encapsulated within the Nusantara Net Zero strategies, serving as Indonesia's subnational climate action implementation plan. These strategies delineate three distinct emissions reduction scenarios. First, the business as usual. Second, the master plan scenario, aimed at achieving a reduction of 1.1 million tonnes of CO2 emissions below BAU by 2045. And lastly, the enhanced scenario, targeting a more substantial 1.6 million tonnes CO2 reduction. The Nusantara Net Zero strategy meticulously outlines specific actions and approaches to achieve the net zero goal through tangible efforts, delving into crucial sectors such as forestry and other land use, energy, waste management, industrial processes and production use, construction, and agriculture. To achieve the 2045 target, the following strategies are essential. Within the FOLU sector, Nusantara's forests will be expanded to encompass 65% of the total land area. This requires dedicated conservation, rehabilitation, and forest expansion efforts. As a result, emissions in Nusantara could potentially decrease by approximately 1.7 to 1.9 million tonnes of CO2 by 2045. In the energy sector, emissions are anticipated to peak by 2028, then steeply decline by 2030 before reaching net zero by 2045. Energy supply will transition from mixed fossil fuels and renewables to 100% renewables by 2028. The construction of renewable energy sources will commence by 2024 with a 50 megawatt solar power plant. In the master plan scenario, electric vehicles will serve 100% of transport needs by 2040. The IPPU and construction sector aims to limit emissions by adopting low-carbon building materials and design. If Nusantara continues with traditional cement and building practices, emissions could reach around 0.9 million tonnes of CO2 by 2045. However, employing the latest low-carbon technology in cement production could reduce emissions to 0.5 million tonnes of CO2 by the same year. For the waste management sector, Nusantara aims to achieve a 60% reduction in waste going to landfill by using a 3R reduce, reuse, recycle, circular economy approach. Through intensified recycling and composting efforts, emissions could be reduced by over 48%. In the agriculture sector, a comprehensive strategy will be put in place to ensure food security and sustainable climate-friendly agricultural practices. Nitrogen fertilizers are the most significant agricultural source of greenhouse emissions. Nusantara will push towards the utilization of low-carbon, environmentally friendly biological fertilizers and pesticides. Post-harvest handling and processing are given attention to minimize losses and optimize value, along with the adoption of advanced horticultural production technology. The Nusantara Net Zero strategies aim to create a climate-resilient city, encompassing economic, social, and ecological dimensions. Particular focus will be directed towards ensuring food security and mitigating climate risks associated with droughts, fires, and floods. Climate adaptation efforts will pave the way towards fostering a climate-resilient community able to adapt and thrive in a changing environment. The Nusantara Net Zero Strategy (RLDC) provides clear pathways to meet carbon emissions reduction commitments made by the new capital city and sets the blueprint for a world-leading sustainable city.
Okay, next slide. Yes, the first I want to introduce the big plan from my President Jokowi to move or bring our capital from Jakarta to East Kalimantan, from Java to beyond of Java, because now everything under construction. Basically, this picture is still imagination, but in the real, the office of president still under construction, and others office as well. So we need a long process to complete to finish this plan, but we have planned to celebrate Independence Day of Indonesia next week on 17th of August. I think it's be very happy now because my university now is very close with my capital of Indonesia. When we want to visit capital of Indonesia right now, from Samarinda around 3 hours by car, from Balikpapan around 2 hours by car, and from Kutai Kartanegara around 3 hours by car. Next slide, please. We have 8 principles of the nation of capital of Indonesia. Number 1 is, okay, next please. Next slide, please. Number 1 is designing according to natural condition. I want to inform that more than 75% is a green area. When I tried to visit there around 3 or 4 years ago, before the government start to build the building, majority is forest and also agriculture area. So we can inform to you that more than 75% of green area in the IKN government area. The second one is 100% of residents can access recreational green open space with 10 minutes, and also 100% environmentally friendly construction for every every institutional, commercial, and residential building. Very interactive and very interesting when we try to look at the IKN right now. And then the second one is regarding our ideology, because we have specific passion. We have in bahasa we call semboyan, Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, means that unity in diversity. Indonesia have more than 700 ethnic. We have more than 400 local language. We have more than 13,000 islands. I think we have high diversity of Indonesia. So we always talk about the unity in Indonesia. So 100% integration of all residents, both local and newcomers. I want to inform in this conference that basically is Kalimantan have the origin ethnic. There are Dayak ethnic, and then Banjar ethnics. But in fact, Kalimantan comprises of many ethnic. Even Javanese majority in East Kalimantan. Second one is 100% of citizens can access social or community services with 10 minutes. This is our dream. And then 100 of public places are designed using the principles of universal access, local wisdom, and inclusive design. When we try to links with local culture in East Kalimantan, we have many local culture in East Kalimantan. For example, when we talk about Dayak have many culture. They have many ceremony things to ceremony event to celebrate some event regarding about the local culture belong to Dayak culture, and also Kute and also Banjar culture. Next slide, please. Number 3 is connected, active, and easily and accessible. In my slide, I saw some data that 80% of trips of public transportation are active mobility, and then 10 minutes to essential facilities in public transport hub, and also less than 50-minute express transit connection from the core government center to strategic airport by 2030. Right now, we have like toll rate from Samarinda to Balikpapan, and then we can use this way only. We can use approximately 2 hours, because when we use a traditional way, we need time around 3 hours Balikpapan Samarinda. But now we time only 1 hour from Samarinda to Balikpapan, and then continue to IKN area. And then number 4 is low carbon emission. The one is renewable energy capacity installation will meet 100% of IKN energy needs, and then 60% increase in energy efficiency is new public building, but still on process until 2045. And then we have target that net zero emission in IKN by 2045. It is our dream, a dream from my country to create about new capital of Indonesia. Next slide, please. Number 5, circular and resilience. 10% of this area of IKN government zone is available for food production needs. I want to explain that IKN comprises majority is forest, but some part of the IKN is agriculture area. And then in there are some people stay in the village and then activity, but no government try to organize the program. So some village we should take off on the area IKN, and then they stay in the outside of IKN. And then the second one is 60% recycling of the waste generation by 2045, take long process again. And then 100% of wastewater will be processed through treatment system by 2035. We need around 10 years to finish this project. Number 6 is safe and affordable. 10 best cities according to the Global Livability Index in 2045, including IKN. We have dreamed that in 2045, IKN one of the best city in the world. And then all settlements in the IKN government area, we have access to essential infrastructure by again and again 2045. And then fair housing with a ratio 1:6 for luxury, medium, and also simple housing type. We won't talk about the fair because we don't want the luxury community dominate this area. We want to make balance between luxury level, medium, and also simple housing types. Next slide, please. Number 7 is comfort and efficiency through technology. Achieve a very high ranking in the eGov Development Index by the United Nations, and then 100 digital connectivity and ICT for all resident and business. Some area around of IKN is comprises like small and also medium business. They right now try to increase their business. They right need to make connection with others institution, and also they right now need support from the government, including nation or local government. So we cannot leave them. We should support them to be one of organization, one of institution that can improve themselves with the move of capital from Jakarta to East Kalimantan. We want local people got benefit this program. We want they to be the big organization of business, and we want to support them to be one of organization receive some benefit from the IKN. And then offer 75% business satisfaction with digital service rating. When I try to visit IKN and discussion with small and medium business community, sometimes they worry. Why worry? Because they realize their capacity. Sometimes they are worried about some big company come to IKN, and then they cannot competition with the big company because they have some limitation. For example, they have limitation about the capital, they have limitation about the skill, and also they have limitation about the network. So I realized that they worry because they have many limitations. Some local government try to provide a program how to support the SME, including cluster and non-cluster, how to support them to build the bigger and stronger business. But we have some barrier because it's not easy to support local people to be the to make their business to be better. And then the last principle is economic opportunities for all. The nation government introduced about we have target about 0% poverty in 2035, but now we still have around 5% the number of poverty. I think is we have to be we have collaboration among the government, central government, and the local government, also community, and also academician, and also company, how to reduce about the number of poverty in IKN. And then per capita GDP of high income countries. And the last one is lowest regional Gini ratio in Indonesia by 2045. This is a principle of nation government of Indonesia. So I think it's quite difficult, but we try to make this plan to be the real. Okay, next slide. And then how does the IKN drive Indonesia economy? I try to pick up some information from the minister. The Ministry of National Development Planning, or we call Bappenas, is preparing an economic development strategy in the IKN and East Kalimantan. I want to stress a point that IKN located in East Kalimantan comprises of four regions. Number one is Penajam Pasir Utara region, and then Balikpapan municipality, and then Samarinda municipality, and also Kutai Kartanegara region. So basically, IKN in the center of four regions, and then right now, all of office still under construction. The IKN is expected to be a driver of Indonesia's economy by creating new job opportunities in the infrastructure sector that can absorb up to 500,000 potential construction workers by 2024 right now. This figure will continue to be reviewed in accordance with current development. I want to inform you that one of the region now get some beneficial is Balikpapan, because all of workers now stay in Balikpapan. So Balikpapan now is very crowded because the worker that they work in IKN, they back to Balikpapan, and then Balikpapan back to IKN. So sometimes it's very crowded, the transportation from Balikpapan to IKN, because all of workers stay in Balikpapan. In addition, the government will diversify and develop new economic sectors, as well as implement principle of sustainable, green, and high value added industrial development. The IKN will accelerate national economic growth through six economic clusters and two supporting clusters, including clean technology industry, and also sustainable agriculture industry, ecotourism, chemical product, and low carbon energy. With this strategy, the IKN will develop the regional economy by 4 to 5 times and create 4.3 to 4.8 million jobs in East Kalimantan by 2045. The development concept in the IKN will be implemented through the cooperation of the 3 city ecosystem, namely IKN, Balikpapan, and also Samarinda. Okay, next slide. How to area divided in the IKN? I think it's very, very important information. The IKN area divided into, number one, IKN covering more than 100,000 hectares, and then will become a catalyst for the East Kalimantan region by leveraging the advantages of Balikpapan and Samarinda. And then 75% of the IKN area is planned to be green open space, where 65% will be protected areas and 10% for food production. In the beginning, I mentioned that IKN comprises of forest and agriculture area. So the government are confident that this area have enough support area, specifically food production, to support the IKN. When I try to research around of IKN, I discussion with the farmers and also business actors. They try to they try to involve, and they try to develop their business. For example, when I discuss with them, they try to be connection with some some local government, how they can capital, and then how they can sell the product, and then how they can support some logistic to the workers in the IKN. I think it's very interesting. And then key IKN covering more than 60 100 hectare, consists of various mixed-use zones and neighborhoods that support to 10 minutes walk concept and social connectivity. And the design in the harmony with nature, with a minimum of 50% green space, and also 80% of trips are made through public transportation, are active mobility of residents, and 100 replacement of green space for every building. Okay, next slide. How is smart security implemented for the defense of security of IKN? Smart security is an instrument capable of managing and addressing various forms of public order and security issues with the support of information technology, infrastructure, and human resources. In addition, I mentioned that IKN now have like magnets. Everyone want to visit there because they have a high heterogeneity everything, culture, local people, and then also other thing that it can make more interest right now. And then the implementation of smart security in IKN focus on public services and crime prevention, crime reduction. In police services, smart security will support e-policing, modern traffic safety and order, emergency and response, and integrated police services. Meanwhile, a crime prevention and strategy to be developed is modern city security system and community partner engagement. And the last one is smart security in IKN is the pillar of smart city, can be optimized to address complexity, improve efficiency, reduce costs, and enhance the quality of life for the community in the field of public order and security. Local government, also national government, have high commitment to support local people, can involve about development of IKN. So I think it's a good plan for the national government why they bring capital from Java to East Kalimantan. And then why was East Kalimantan chosen as the location for the national capital or IKN? Number one is high location accessibility, close to major cities, namely Balikpapan and Samarinda. In the beginning, I mentioned that when we want to visit IKN from Samarinda around 5 hours, from Balikpapan around 2 hours to achieve this location. And then main infrastructure available, namely in the Balikpapan, Samarinda, toll road and Trans Kalimantan. Quite difficult to explain about transportation in East Kalimantan because we have big area, and East Kalimantan have population is not too much. When we try to compare between Java and Kalimantan so far, Java have around more than 100 million people, but East Kalimantan now around 4 million people so far. So that's why infrastructure in Kalimantan is very, very low progress. We have toll road. I think it's around 4 or 5 years ago. So it's very in the beginning. And then the next point is airport in Balikpapan and Samarinda. Okay, maybe we have the international airport. We have airport in Balikpapan, Spingan Airport, and we have airport in Samarinda, APT Airport. But we don't have airport in IKN. In the first plan, the national government want to provide the airport in the IKN, but maybe they have some problems, so they cannot realize airport in the IKN area. Okay, heterogeneous and open population structure and vast land classified as production, forest, and plantation. And then the next point is defines can be supported by three matra, land, sea, and air. And then we have raw water from three existing reservoirs, 2 planned reservoirs, and 5 river, and 4 watersheds. And then moderate land capability for building, construction. And the last one is located in the Indonesian archipelago, sea land to or Makassar Strait. This is 9 point why the Jokowi, President of Republic Indonesia, make the decision and choose its Kalimantan to be a location of a new capital of Indonesia. Okay, next slide. How is the strategy for public facilities and transportation in IKN? Number one is implementation of the comprehensive and integrated transportation system study across modes. Still a plan. I think is impossible to implement this right now. And then coordination to ensure integration of road infrastructure development with public transportation. And then number three is road infrastructure development include the construction of road supporting logistic and access road to IKN, as well as to preparation of readiness criteria for main road in IKN, district road within the core government center area, and toll road. And then the next point is development of APT Pranoto Airport in Samarinda and Sepinggan Airport in Balikpapan, along with the preparation of the VVIP Airport. But VVIP Airport is on progress. And then development of type terminal, A terminal in Samarinda Seberang, and then utilization for PT ITCI dock to support logistic and the development of Penajam Pasir Port. Okay, next slide. What is the current social and cultural condition of the IKN location right now? The national capital city will be built in Penajam Pasir Utara Regency and Kutai Kartanegara Regency in East Kalimantan. According to 2020 population census, the population of East Kalimantan is less than 4 million. The number is 3.7 million people. The population of East Kalimantan is dominated by migrants, accounting for about 83%, with the majority being Javanese, Bugis, and Banjar ethnic group. Meanwhile, the indigenous population is only 70%, consisting of Kutai and Kutai Pasir Daya ethnic group. And then the structure of society in East Kalimantan province is quite heterogeneous and diverse due to the blending that occurs between indigenous people and migrants. The migrant is in East Kalimantan, those who have long moved and settled there, with many even born and raised in East Kalimantan. The high number of migrants in East Kalimantan is mainly due to the transmigration program. Cultural acculturation has taken place through various cultural processes, social interaction, and population migration that shape ethnic diversity and cultural pluralism. This process builds local genius, allowing the people of Kalimantan to respond to accept external culture while still coexisting with others ethnic groups. IKN is designed as a center for national culture and civilization that reflects Indonesian diversity, thereby strengthening national identity and unity. And IKN built based on culture values. It is many information for us about the IKN. And then next slide. How the concept implementing IKN as a super hub. Super hub is universal inspiration. A super hub that serves as a model for green, sustainable city with a high standard of living and the challenge of climate change by utilizing technology. Super hub and the world. A super hub that helps position Indonesia more strategically in global trade route and also investment flows and technological innovation. The last one, super hub and Indonesia. A super hub that transforms Indonesia economy to be more inclusive through the three city strategy, acting as an economic driver for East Kalimantan and catalyst to strengthen domestic value chains through Eastern Indonesia and across the country. Okay, next slide. I think it's not important. Next slide. How is the implementation of forest city and sustainable city in IKN? The forest city concept requires at least 65% forest cover of the entire IKN area, at least 65%. Achieved through forest and land rehabilitation effort, the IKN area of 68,000 hectares. This area is currently in the condition of open lands, and then former mining area, and the trap, and then concession area that will under harvesting. And integrated landscape design is needed to ensure the achievement of the forest city, both through planting and protecting the currently healthy forest cover. IKN has very sensitive regional characteristic and high ecological limitation for development. So its construction process must be carried out carefully to ensure that the development of IKN applies to concept of sustainable city while considering the carrying capacity of natural resources and environmental sustainability. A strategic environmental assessment, in bahasa we call kajian lingkungan hidup (KLH) of the IKN master plan was conducted in 2020. The preparation of the C for the IKN master plan was carried out in an integrated manner with the preparation of the IKN master plan. Okay, next slide. How to environmental protection aspect in the relocation of the IKN. The working group of environment and disaster of strategic coordination team for the preparation of the IKN relocation plan has prepared a strategic environmental assessment for IKN master plan. All matters related to environmental aspect of the preparation, development, and relocation of the IKN have been examined in the study, including the identification of environmental issue, analysis, as well as alternative and recommendation for mitigating the identified issues. And the development of the IKN will always consider the ASEA, given that the IKN will be built with the vision of the city for all. City for all is one of the keyword, city for all, and with the aim of becoming the most sustainable city in the world. In addition, in the IKN master plan, the development of the IKN will restore 75% of natural habitats, including revitalizing and already degraded Suharto forests. The draft IKN will also emphasizes that the development of the IKN will be based on environmental carrying capacity and support capacity aspect. Okay, the last slide. In this opportunity, I want to make stressing in this concept about the paradigm in public administration. In this paradigm, we recognize about five stages of the public administration paradigm. The number one is good governance paradigm. The second one is sound governance, and then smart governance, and then collaborative governance, and the last one is dynamic governance. Based on this perspective, I want to explain that collaborative governance is one of the proper perspective to encourage people around of the IKN area, how they can support themselves, how they can make network with the local people, and then how they can increase their business to be better, but then also bigger. And then I try to introduce this perspective to local government. They try to create some policy to support the local people by implementing about the collaborative government. I think it's my opinion. It is a proper way how to encourage them, and then how to empowerment them to be the bigger businessmen around an IKN area. This is my presentation. Thank you so much. I beg to the moderator. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a moment to extend our gratitude to Dr. Daryono for gracing us with his remarkable insights and thought-provoking perspectives, particularly on strengthening collaboration among the community. It seems like we do not have any questions from the audience. So once again, we are truly privileged to have had the opportunity to learn from Dr. Daryono's knowledge and experience.
Yes.
Thank you once again, Dr. Daryono.
You are welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, I will now introduce the third keynote speaker, Associate Professor Dr. Sauna Zainun. Associate Professor Dr. Sauna Zainun serves as the Rector of University Technology Mara, Johor Branch. She earned a master's degree in accountancy from Curtin University of Technology, Australia, and a PhD in environmental accounting and corporate social responsibility from University Technology Mara. With over 20 years of experience in academia, she has demonstrated unwavering dedication to her field. In addition, she has taught university students at various levels and held numerous administrative positions at the university. Beyond teaching, she is an active researcher and has been highly engaged in industry grants, benefiting from all involved in her research. Her expertise has made her an excellent reviewer for various journal publications and conferences. Her passion for academia has earned her several accolades recognizing her achievements. Most importantly, Dr. Sauna is dedicated to empowering not only her students, but also the broader community through various projects she leads. Ladies and gentlemen, now let us welcome Associate Professor Dr. Sauna Zainun to deliver her keynote speech.
Professor Town Planner Dr. Jamalul Lail Abdullah, Deputy Vice Chancellor of Industrial Network Community and Alumni, Yang Berusaha Professor Dr. Muhammad Hussein Ismail, Director of Industry Network Center, INC, Yang Berusaha Associate Professor Dr. Mahathir Ladisma, Director of Community Network Center, CNC, the Chairperson of the International Conference on Sustainable Development for Community Empowerment, Senior Officers of UiTM, the Organizing Committee, distinguished guests. It gives me a great pleasure to welcome all the speakers, participants, and guests to the International Conference on Sustainable Development for Community Empowerment, unitE, organized by the Office of Industry, Community and Alumni, Network ICANN University Teknologi Mara, Malaysia. My heartiest congratulations to ICANN UiTM, who have worked a long way in organizing this unitE conference. This event or this conference aims to create platform for researchers and scholars to present their findings, fostering research collaborations among universities, agencies, communities across the globe. I must congratulate the organizer for the significant contribution to UiTM's publications through this conference. I must also congratulate the organizer for such contribution and significance of this conference organized by ICANN University Teknologi Mara. The theme of this conference, Strengthening Collaboration for Community Socio-Economic Empowerment, it is an excellent choice and suits the current era of globalization and digitalization. The theme brings the gap and bridge the gaps, offers supports and creates opportunities for transforming communities. The power of collaboration continuously enhances its strategies to better serve communities and society at large. On this note, this presentation delves into how collaboration can more effectively support the community. The government has taken many initiatives to improve the circumstances of underserved communities. However, progress in helping these communities has been very slow, especially given the current global issues, these economic situations and other world affairs, as quoted by Malaysia Kini 2023. In support of efforts to uplift the community's economy, the government has introduced the program Community Madani Implementation Coordination Unit ICU under the Prime Minister's Department. This program aims to boost community-level economic activities in 5 key sectors of Belanjawan 2024, Ministry of Finance 2023. Academia should take part in the journey of delivering relevant, strategic, and sustainable services. It is important to treat communities as partners in research and development activities. Ladies and gentlemen, socio-economic empowerment is the process of liberating individuals and communities from cycles of poverty and assigned roles by providing them with resources such as employment, education, and health services to enhance their social and economic opportunities. This empowerment can be achieved through collaborations of various parties, particularly higher education institutions and the society at large. Such collaborations must involve interrelated efforts where one initiative leads to further initiatives down the pipeline. My keynote explores the necessity of this collaboration and how we can maximize its benefits for society. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like first to start with the theory on what is symbiosis. Symbiosis is defined as a close, prolonged association between two or more different biological species. A symbiotic relationship is an ongoing interaction between organisms of different species. The interaction usually benefits at least one of the organisms and can benefit both. Ladies and gentlemen, theory of SES, or so-called socio-ecological systems, are linked systems of people and nature, emphasizing that humans must be seen as a part of or not part of from nature. In the context of human and human, our existence is linked to the needs of the society. We work together in a symbiotic relationship, benefiting one another. The Bronfenbrenner ecological theory says that theory is a framework for understanding human development by examining how different environment can actually influence individual. It suggests that the development is shaped by the interactions between an individual and their various environmental contexts. With reference to figure 1, the 5 main systems in society are 1. Microsystem, the individual. 2nd, microsystem, the extended, family and the mass media, and also the interaction with different microsystem, and ecosystem of local governments, and microsystem of social norms and economic system. These 5 systems are interrelated, linked together, that influence of one person's development depends on its relationship with others. Ladies and gentlemen, collaboration is needed for all the systems to benefit from snowball. These 5 systems are interrelated to make the collaboration is interrelated. And how? How they need to be one system is mirrored onto the next system. The action taken by one system provides a ripple effect into one to another systems. Collaboration is needed for all that the 5 systems to benefit. And if you could see from Vygotsky social cultural theory, with reference to figure 2, Vygotsky 1978 believed that cognitive development plays its important role in influence cultural and also social factors. He strongly believed that community plays a central role in the process of learning. Cognitive development is a socially mediated process in which children acquire cultural values, beliefs, problem-solving strategies through collaboration dialogues with more knowledgeable members of societies. The more knowledgeable other, or we said MKO, more knowledgeable other, is someone who has a higher level of ability or greater understanding that the learner regarding a particular task, process, or even a concept. The MKO can be a teacher, parent, coach, or even a peer who provides guidance and modeling to enable the child to learn skills within their zone of proximal development. That is the gap between what a child can do independently and what they can achieve with guidance. The interactions with more knowledgeable others significantly increase not only the quantity of information and the number of skills a child develops, but also affects the development of higher order mental functions, such as formal reasoning. Vygotsky argued that the higher mental abilities could only develop through interaction with more advanced to others. Notice the transactional relationship. This is the type of relationships that are built on the expectations for reciprocal or reciprocation of both involved parties that are concerned with how they will benefit each others. Ladies and gentlemen, with regards to figure 3, in strengthening collaboration for community socio-economic empowerment, the main aims is to strengthen collaboration for the community is to give them their socio-economic empowerment. Members of the higher institutions work closely with the community to identify their needs. Like it or not, grants are obtained from the community from the macro system. The grants would end up benefiting the community as well as the higher institutions. Ladies and gentlemen, the power of social collaboration to change community is so powerful. Quality education is a cornerstone of empowerment, and the collaboration can change community. An organization must prioritize initiatives and strategies with access to quality education. In economic empowerment, through economic stability is a powerful catalyst for improving their lives of individuals and communities. When people have a stable income sources, they can provide for their families, invest in education, and access healthcare. Ladies and gentlemen, there are many strategies towards engaging communities and also collaborations with them. Economically, this can be done through many ways. One of it is microfinance services. Providing access to microloans and other means of financial assistance can help an individual or communities start or expand small businesses. Entrepreneurship support like offering mentorship, training, and resources for inspiring entrepreneurs fosters economic self-sufficiency. In a financial literacy, educating financial management ensures that individuals can make informed decisions about their finances. Ways of collaboration. Collaborations can be formed in many ways. For example, through community mobilization. Empowering marginalized community to advocate for their rights and needs at the local, national, or maybe at international levels. Through community engagement, engaging the marginalized community is essential for effective collaboration. And we could see that excellent practices consist of 4 elements, that is empowerment to subordinates, entrusted, empathy, and enrichment. This is the framework of excellent practice by UiTM Johor particularly. These 4 elements are essentials in ensuring the excellence of an organization. And how this is done? Number 1, by listening and empathy. Involvement and engagement is made by actively listen to community members, understand their needs and their unique characteristic, and also their challenges in respond with the empathy. Second, community also led to initiatives. Encouraging communities to take the lead in identifying and addressing their needs empowers them and ensures sustainability. 3, cultural competency. There must be a must in cultural sensitivity and respect the traditions and values of the communities that they serve. And 4, community also led initiatives, encouraging communities to take the lead in identifying and addressing their needs, empowers them and ensures sustainability. Through collaborative partnerships that maximize the impacts, collaborations need to be done with governments, non-profits, and also private sectors and local communities or also local governments. This collaboration can actually impact 1, pool resources. Collaborations allow organizations to pool financial and human resources to overcome major and complex challenges. Knowledge sharing. Collaboration also facilitates the exchange of knowledge and the best practices leading to more effective programs. An extended reach is also reached by working together as a teamwork. Organizations can reach more marginalized individuals and communities. Collaborations benefit institutions such as UiTM vastly. This is because collaboration fosters crucial synergies and initiatives that increase the potential of all parties involved. Community-university partnerships are also crucial as the environment is continually evolving. UiTM Johor, for example, as a case, has taken the initiative to collaborate locally and internationally with business government and the non-profit sector and the community to address current and future challenges as to remain competitive and relevant. Ladies and gentlemen, we should learn from practices and community projects at UiTM Johor. In 2022, 60 projects and 2023, 50 projects. And as of June 2024, UiTM Johor has conducted more than 100 community-based projects. However, for 2024 onwards, UiTM Johor is expecting more sustainable and high-impact projects to be organized and reported. I would also like to share the success story of success story 1, Cosmos of UiTM Johor. Cosmetology Specialist Training, or in short Cosmos, started in year 2022, and the project can be categorized as a startup company focuses on spa and related business. The main objective of Cosmos 1.0 is to provide inclusive training to trainees with disabilities, or OKU, in the field of body massage, reflexology, beauty treatment, and facial massage, as well as giving platform to the OKU community to build a career as a reflexology therapist through given skills. This project is led by Dr. Jannah Munirah Muhammad Noor, assisted by 8 UiTM Johor Student Ambassador, together with 5 Pusat Incubator Spa and Sauna, PICS, lecturers and coordinators created a platform for the spa on campus by successfully completing 25 programs from August 2022 until now. Cosmos business model is office-to-office concept, O2O, and also home-to-home concept. Based on this concept, the project was funded by Yayasan Pelajaran Johor YPJ, UCSE, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Higher Education, University Community Social Enterprise, amounting to approximately RM 58,800. Ladies and gentlemen, another success story too is Entrepreneurship in Action, EIA. The project Entrepreneurship in Action, or EIA, started in 2022. It was conducted in a small village called Kampung Noda in the state of Negeri Sembilan, about 30 km from UiTM Johor. The project was carried out by 4 UiTM Johor lecturers, which are Mr. Oswald Timothy Edward as the project leader, assisted by Mr. Tay Bee Hong, Dr. Muhammad Majin, and Dr. Muhammad Faizal Ramli. Congratulations to them. The objective of the project is to uplift the socio-economic of the 20 participants, and the participants can be categorized as hard poor. Participants were given entrepreneurship-related training, approximately 10 types of training such as basic entrepreneurship, marketing, operations, finance, editing, food handling, and also processing were given to them. The project was funded by UiTM, a grant from APPGM, and the state government of Negeri Sembilan via district office amounting to RM 225,000. The outcomes of the project are 30% of the participants are no longer hard poor, and their establishment of IKS Hub for the participants to sell their products to the local community. The group members are still engaging with the participants via conducting a site visits twice per year and continue to provide moral supports and training and assistance to them. And of recent July 2024, RM 90,560 secured by Mr. Oswald Timothy Edward and his team from the Ministry of Finance for Community of Uni Madani program for the project entitled Projek Agro Makanan Mesra Aslam Bersama Orang Asli, Keusahawanan dengan Tindakan Bijak Tani. RM 89,850 secured by Dr. Jannah Munirah Muhammad Noor and her team for the Ministry of Finance for Community at Uni Madani program for the project entitled Cosmetology Specialized Training for Person with Disabilities, PWD, and B40 Teenagers in Johor, Cosmos 2.0. Ladies and gentlemen, UiTM Johor also achieved a few awards. For example, UiTM efforts towards university industry community engagement have been recognized with several awards, such as Matic 2022 Special Award of ICANN Deputy Vice Chancellor Anugerah Khas TNC ICANN, Matic 2023 Best Industrial Collaboration Award, Community Program Award, Sustainable Program Best Knowledge Transfer Award, Best Graduate Employability Award, Program Award, UiTM Cawangan Johor Trading Room, and there are just a few other awards that have been secured by UiTM Johor. Matic 2024 Special Award of ICANN Deputy Vice Chancellor Anugerah Khas TNC ICANN, where UiTM Johor has won in total 11 awards and 5 awards are community-related awards. Towards becoming globally renowned university by the year 2025, UiTM Strategies Action Plan Framework 2026-2030 are in line with the global sustainability initiatives based on the national target. Just because we fail in a struggle does not mean that we should cease trying. Failure is the first step to learning. However, embrace a small amount into every endeavor that will be made in the future with the intention of advancing the 3R principle: royal, religion, and race for the nation. It is invention that these initiatives would assist UiTM in remaining competitive. Commitments from all the stakeholders are essential to guarantee that success of UiTM is in direction of becoming globally renowned university by the year 2025. At this juncture, I would like to congratulate the organizers of unitE Conference for providing an effective platform to discuss different sectors of economy and society, recognizing teaching research as critical instrument for the country's development and the people's welfare. I hope that by presenting some of the pressing issues, you are encouraged to dive deeper in these areas of concern. The work of change must be persistent. The work of together in empowering and uplifting the lives of people, leaving no behind for a second. Let us bear in mind that each of us is connected in the achievement of strongly rooted, comfortable, and secure life for all. Masyarakat dan UiTM berpisah tiada. Thank you and have a pleasant and nice conference to all of you. Sekian, wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have had the privilege to learn from Dr. Sauna's remarkable insights and perspectives. Dr. Sauna emphasized the importance of creating opportunities, inviting us all to embrace networking and collaboration as we work towards a more inclusive and resilient future. Let us express our appreciation to Dr. Sauna for her invaluable contribution to this conference. Thank you, Dr. Sauna. Ladies and gentlemen, the third keynote speech marks the end of the first session of today's conference. After the lunch break, the parallel sessions will commence. Please stay on to listen to the interesting presentations lined up for you. Ladies and gentlemen, the journey ahead is filled with opportunities to learn, connect, and innovate. Thank you for joining us at the opening of the International Conference on Sustainable Development for Community Empowerment, unitE 2024. Let the exploration begin, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you.